Hi, FGA family. I'm sure God has spoken to you by Pastor Sandra's message yesterday on immovable faithfulness in an uncertain world. Indeed, that is what the kind of God we have. We can depend on His immovable and unchanging faithfulness. I look back at my 40 years of journey with God since I came to know Him at in my meetings. I can testify that if it was not because of God's faithfulness and mercy, I could not imagine where I would be right now. He was there when I was forced to go down to Singapore to further my studies. Later on, I saw Him carry me through the very challenging environment of working in various investment banks. He was in my pain and struggle when the startup I co-founded failed. But that paved the way for what I have been doing for almost 20 years now, fund management. It has not been easy as I've gone through two financial crises, and this is the third one. But through it all, God has never failed me, just like how He was there with Daniel's three friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, as they went through the furnace of fire. He was there when I went through difficult times. It reminds me of what Prophet Jeremiah expressed to God in Lamentations when Jerusalem was captured by the Babylonians and the Jews were taken into captivity. I remember my affliction and my wandering, the bitterness and the gall. I well remember them, and my soul is downcast within me. Yet this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Indeed, great is His faithfulness towards us. Do we deserve it? No. What is man that God should be mindful of us? Who are we that He should care for us? In the whole scheme of things, we are just a speck in the ocean. One in 7.8 billion of the world population, but this amazing God that we have chose to lavish His love, His unfailing love to each one of us. There has been numerous times in my journey with God that my heart has been lukewarm towards Him. Worse still, there's been many occasions that I've wandered away to walk along my own path away from Him. But thanks be to God, even if we are faithless, He remains faithful, for He cannot deny Himself. That's what 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 13 tells us. That's the nature of God, a faithful God to us even though we don't deserve it. That is His character. Because we have seen how God has been faithful in the past, we can trust Him to help us navigate the uncertain and volatile world ahead of us. I need not elaborate how challenging time is right now with the ongoing COVID pandemic and its economic and financial fallouts. How we are uncertain whether we'll be infected as we go back to work and to live post the lockdown. How our children will fare in online learning and the new normal we live in. Whether we who are employees will suffer from pay cuts or even being retrenched. For those in business, how do we reposition our companies to sail through these uncertain times? But Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 9 has this to say, "Know therefore that the Lord your God is God. He is the faithful God, keeping His covenant of love to 1,000 generations of those who love Him and keep His commandment." Yes, God has always kept His covenant with us. God has never and will never fail us. With that, we can face come what may with confidence. What we need to do is to keep loving Him above all else, and loving Him means obeying His commandments. So my brothers and sisters, in this world, there will be tribulations, there will be trials, but take courage, be of good cheer. Jesus has overcome the world. Because of that, we shall be overcomers with Him. Have a fantastic and blessed week ahead.
Thank you, Brother Yee Hui, for your open and honest sharing on God's faithfulness in your life. And church, this week we are going to start on the devotion focusing on the topic on steadfastness. And we hope you'll be prepared with journaling and also reflection. And let's look forward to discovering more of God's faithfulness in our lives. See you!